Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of all that's new, good, bad and ugly and delayed from the modelling world. Together with the PM Store. How are we doing, guys? All good?
Yeah, fine, thank you very much.
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Very nice. Nice to see you got some nice kits behind you.
Yes, new delivery that came in. So a bit of Hobby 2000.
That's it. We like Hobby 2000. They do some nice stuff. I know they do their own stuff, and most of them seem to be reboxes, though, of pretty good kits.
I think they're turning into another Ed Hard, I think.
Hmm.
I wonder when they'll start producing their own.
Is that the big picture,
stuff.
do you reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah, where they're now putting the extras into them and everything just to give you the full thing, don't they?
And they do some nice markings as well. They do obviously do their homework on the markings. That's the thing with them.
Yeah. So, like I said, the reboxing good kits. It's not tat, is it, that they're putting in them? So, and some of them are hard to get as well. Some of the kits are, especially the Hasegawa stuff that they're reboxing. So it's one of them.
The thing is with Hasegawa, it's so hit and miss, isn't it? Is that it goes out of production, you never see it again.
Yeah.
And then obviously they come along as a nice reboxing like this, which is quite a nice touch.
Yeah. What's the thing with Hasegawa and stuff? I don't know how many runs they're doing. I don't know if it is kind of a limited edition and they're just changing it up because I don't, because they've done some Fujimi kits, haven't they? They're Stukas and a few other bits of theirs. So I don't know whether we'll keep seeing them or they're just doing
special editions.
I suppose like a special edition, but even though it's not on the box, is it? And then they'll move on to something else. So I don't know. We'll see, won't we?
So down there in front of you, you've got a pair of Warhawks, which are the 48 scale ones. So ones, because I've got it up here as well, from the 29th fighter group. And then you've got the other one there, which is the Warhawk over CBI. What's CBI for?
China.
I can't remember what the acronym is now.
India.
China, Burma, India.
China, Burma, India.
Right,
that's the one.
Yeah. Was that in chat?
Yeah, we need chat. We've got chat today. That's it.
I know.
Having to do it off our own back. Yes, very nice. And then obviously the what's that? MiG-15.
The MiG-15, which is the new Bronco kit that we haven't even got in this country, I don't think, as a boxing. So this is quite exclusive, I suppose. I know the kit's out. I think it's out in the Far East, but as far as I know, it's not in the UK. So this is the new Bronco kit.
My one and only complaint with it is there's 4 different versions, which we've got all on the website.
Yeah.
And they're all silver. Yeah. On the actual box art, in the kit, you get different versions, different coloured markings.
Yeah, there's
I
one.
thought there'd have been better differentiating between.
I think there's one what's Hungarian, which is camo, which we'll talk to John about it, and it's a recon squadron.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see. So Mr. Buller is having one. So what we've said is we're going to send you his down for review, and then you see what you
think of it.
But I've had a quick sneaky in the box, and it's
really nice.
It looks all right. So I'll let you do a review and see what you think. But yeah, so if you do, I know some have messaged about the Bronco one and when we're getting it, and if, when, and maybe, like I say, well, it's here.
I was going to say it is different because obviously it's literally gone straight to 2 manufacturers at once. Obviously, we're assuming they've shared the tooling costs, but normally they have a gap between them.
I've lost the bear.
Oh, look, flow's fallen off.
I want to check something just before. Yes, it's got the mast set.
Oh right, okay, good.
So you get a mast set for the camper. Sorry, bear. So like I say,
Poor old bear.
A few different flavours of that. There's some other stuff as well that's coming from Hobby 2000. If you would like to flick onto the page.
Yes, 1 second.
Had a bit of a restock of stuff.
Yeah.
So as you can see, that's the new arrival stuff. So 4 different versions of the big.
Right. EFG. That's it. There we go.
And there you go. So we've had Avengers back in and Hurricanes, which is Hasegawa kits.
Both fighters
back in again. Hasegawa kit. The little P47s at the bottom. is the Revell kit, and actually it's a really nice kit.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it is a good kit. And then the Arados, which is the Dragon kit. So, yeah, we're all right. The T55's the Takum kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a nice kit. But yeah, so
nice
selection of what they're doing.
Again, it's nice
kits and
yeah, it is. It's that thing, isn't it? I know. Obviously, I've literally just done the review for the Edard Dornier 17.
Yeah.
And like I say in there, you know, it's all. I know a lot of people say about reboxing of kits because technically, you know, it's a more expensive way of doing it when you could just buy the kit and get the decals yourself and do it that way. But with these ones as well, it's like the best of that type. You know, it's not like they're just reboxing crap. Let's face it, they're good kits going down into there. You know.
And you get a mass set with them all.
And you get a mass set.
So you think how much? I mean, because I don't think the prices are expensive, to be honest. So if you think you get a mass set as well, which would cost you a $5, say, depending on who's it is, you know, I think it's not a bad deal, to be honest. Like I say, some of them have got resin. I think some of the bow fighters had a resin exhaust. Not all of them, but there are some little bits and bobs to them. So yeah,
we've actually got some Hobby 2000 kits up in the pre-order section as well.
Yes,
they've just gone up today.
Because we'll go through that in a bit. But yes, they've got some nice future releases coming in. So we've done a pre-order on them as well. So the other thing that we've had in as well, besides more tools and snips and whatever in the tool section, what you know is Armour Hobbies. If you go back in time, we've had Armour Hobbies restock.
There we go.
So
it is.
We've had most of it back in anyway. So we've got some of the Hurricanes back in and Wildcats and stuff. So,
very nice. Yes, having built, well, there's reviews up there for the Hurricane and the Wildcat anyway, but having built one, these are actually beautiful little kits, stunning detail, very, very nice.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's one of those up and coming. Can't wait to see the 48 scale one. No pressure, eh?
No, I think they'll do a good job on it. You know, if it's the second one's anything to go by, then, you know, I think we'll be all right with it.
Very nice. Cool.
So, yes. So we've had Trumpy Snips are back in stock. I know they've been out. Obviously, Scrapers and the men cutters are back in, and tweezers. So we're getting there. We're getting the tools back in. So surely it's just the Tamiya ones that are going to be out, but obviously there's a big delay on them. Later on,
possibly stuck on a very slow boat from China.
Oh, do you?
Caught in a traffic jam.
Yeah, you never know, but yeah, we're getting there.
Cool, very nice. Do you want to? Shall we whip through the pre-orders?
Yes.
And then obviously we can just show people what we're up to there.
Yeah.
So in the pre-order section, Andy, do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah. So we've got the Hobby 2000. Which one's first? The F111. Now these are Hasegawa kits. And normally retail for about 70 quid.
Right.
Get hold of them. Hard to get hold of. Normally retail for about 70 quid. So the price that they're up for is a really good price, to be honest with you.
And a mass set.
And a mass set. and Cartograph decals.
Nice. Yeah.
Decals, decals.
That would be more your scale to build, Phil, for an F111.
It was. Yeah, it is actually. It's a nice scale, that one, because it's a big old lump. So,
yeah, it'll be a decent size, won't it?
Yeah, it will, yeah. So they've got two versions of that.
Yeah. So this is the other one with the lasing pod, with the paveway pod.
Yep.
So the Desert Storm version. Okay, we've got
couple of 148 JU87s.
Which I've built one. It's upstairs, and it's actually an alright kit. It's not nice Hasegawa kit. Goes together, no problem at all. Noses can be a bit fiddly because they've put separate noses on, but take your time and it's fine.
Yes.
So again, Cartograph decals and assets,
which you need.
Very nice.
Two of them. Where's it? Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, I don't know where the other one is. Disappeared. We've still got the ongoing for the CH47. This is the early one, the A version, 48 scale, which hopefully shouldn't be too long along the road.
No, I don't think.
Depending on what container it's on.
Yeah, and then our little camper van.
The camper van we were thinking about, which has obviously got the turret.
Yeah.
A bit of interest in this, actually.
Yeah. Like I say, it's a camper van and not a bus. So,
That's it. It's the tartan that sold it.
well, yeah. Yes.
Did you get the chair as well?
I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
You
Can't
can
have everything.
3D print one.
Yeah, that's it. What else we got? We got the Whirlwind. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So
As well, something a little bit different. So if you're into your sort of World War II.
Fancy one of them myself.
Yes. As I say, it'd be nice. Let's face it, it's got to be better than the other ones that we've seen around. We've got the Helldiver still ongoing. Do we have any update on this one?
not at the minute, no. No, as soon as we hear any news, then obviously
Yeah.
it'll be on this show, I would have thought, or another
Yep.
show. Not at the minute.
Then obviously we've still got things going on for the Pucara.
Yeah, these are all locked now.
They're
Oh
all
right, yeah,
on the
okay,
bottom,
these are locked.
it's
So
only
we're just
one-
waiting on these coming in now, which
Yeah.
shouldn't be too long at all with any luck.
Hopefully. Hopefully it won't be.
The other JUA7s are in the middle next. You go straight up, Phil. Second one along, next one along. That one there, that's the other JU87
Oh right.
that we didn't see.
Oh yeah, because it's got the flash on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So yeah, anybody interested, put your name down in the forum. And
Yeah, put your name down. We can go from there. Not a problem at all.
yeah.
As always. Any other gossip and bits and pieces?
But it's all going to kick off on Saturday, isn't it?
It is.
So we've got our Easter show Saturday from what time started? 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 2 o'clock, 2 till 5 for the first segment.
Yeah. And then what, 7:30 till 9, half 9?
9, half 9, yeah.
Quiz
yeah.
night.
Quiz night.
Nathan.
That's it.
It'll be fun.
So plan of action for this one, obviously from a sales point of view, obviously we're going to be having discounts and specials and the usual bits and pieces which will all go up at the weekend as well. So you can grab yourself a bargain from the PM store like that. Also we're going to be doing some demos, so I'm going to do one on chipping. We're going to prime up and redo the ISO container, which we did about 3 years ago, to show it again with different techniques on that one. And there's a couple of other bits and pieces we can demo and show, as well as the general chit chat, messing around, building a kit, everything else like that, isn't it, during the day. And obviously we'll take you around the actual site and everything as well to show you what bargains are on sale at the moment. And then obviously in the evening it's a bit more relaxed because it's quiz night and chin wag and having a giggle.
Yeah, quiz night with Nave.
Getting drunk. You stopping here or are you?
I'll be here.
So you
I'm
can't drink?
stopping here, I think, for that night, so I won't be drinking. Well, I might be having a soft drink, but I don't know, because...
Unless you fall asleep in the chair.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That'll be
in the
down
chair.
well, won't it? Yeah, fall asleep on God, yeah. Yeah, well, I might be here because the internet's a bit better than it has been at home for some reason, so yes, we'll see. I've not 100% decided where I'll be, but...
Where he's going to pass out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then you've done some reviews, haven't you?
I have. So I've got these two up here. So up with you right now today is the Sea Sprite review. And I have to say, it is a little gem. I've got some little pictures just down in here, as you can see. And yeah, it's one of those ones where, I don't know, because of the box is small, you think, there's not much going on in here. It's probably going to be an old Matchbox kit or something. No, it's not. It's really very nice. And as you can see, you get a lovely bit of photo etch with it. You actually get 68 pieces of photo etch. Great decals right the way through it as well for the various markings, of which there is some nice options. You can see them down in there. Got some nice day glowy ones as well as the traditional blue. And then obviously, yeah, the clear part, I've still got it, is on there, but you see the clear parts are clear. And but the riveting detail, it's all recessed riveting, and it's raised details as well. So the floor section, it's got raised ones as well as recessed. It's recessed riveted everywhere, very fine, very nicely done. And then that's the bottom, it looks absolutely fine. It's a little bit of flash around on it, but again, a couple of swipes with the sanding stick is absolutely nothing. There's your rotors, and then obviously some of the finer parts down in there. So what you're going to end up with actually is something, I think, very, very nice, because it's going to be quite small. It's not the biggest helicopter in the world, but it's going to be massively detailed, because you've got photo etch for all around the outside for all the little things like tie downs, obviously aerials, antennas and things like that, right the way over it, windscreen wipers, because it's all in photo etch. I think it will give a nice detailed bit of kit for that.
Yeah.
So yes, so there's that one. The other one, of course, is obviously this monster, which is an absolute monster. It's a huge kit, as you might think. It's one of those ones where it's 100 quid, and like I say in the review for it, you think 100 quid, it's a 48 scale, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of kit in this. It's 670 parts, is it, or something else like that?
Right, yeah.
Massively detailed. Like I said before, just things like the gear areas and stuff. There's tons of photo etch. There's tons of small parts, little tiny parts. Highlights for me, you get obviously the caricatures. Cartoon as well, which is obviously a nice touch. But say the instructions are a book. The decals are really nice as well. Can't see any problem with those. They all look fantastic, all nicely in register, as you can see. Quite a few of them. So lots of that. Pitot tube, obviously metal turned one.
Yeah.
So very nice as well. Obviously a load of photo etch, but you say beautiful. Recessed is very fine. The riveting detail is incredibly fine. And I think I've got a shot. There you go. So inside of the wells and the various things coming on down in here. And again, you can see it on here, just how fine it is. But in some areas, it's very, very light. The only disappointing, to be honest, it has got ejector pins in the intakes, which you wouldn't think it would do it. But unfortunately, somebody switched there. But anyway, really, really nice. These flapper ones, the outer ones are one piece. But you can see the level of detail everywhere on the kit is completely off the chart. And there's lots of it. And noticed here, you actually get folded pitot tubelet.
Oh, right.
As well as out in. So you got the metal option, but because obviously on the real thing it has a folded pitot.
Yeah.
I didn't spot this until I was editing it afterwards. But you get the folded pitot with it as well. A boarding ladder, nice touch. And then obviously all the bits in between. But as you see, the sprue gates, you look at these little veins here.
Oh, God.
It's tiny, tiny, tiny stuff, But this is the level of detail they've gone to with these tiny little things. A lot of these parts are things like the wing fold system, all the bits inside it, the gear, all those areas. The wheel wells has got all the piping around to it that you put in as well. So it's incredibly detailed. And clear parts is lovely. It has got a tiny centre seam in it, but like I said in the review, I think you could get away with leaving it. It's that fine. You can't really notice it. It's only if you go around really looking for it you can see it. And again, I think I've seen these weapons before. They look like the Great Wall Hobbies ones because they're in square. And whereas they just, they do. They look exactly like the others, but they are beautiful. Very, very nicely done. So yes, good kit. Very, very nice kit, I have to say. Anyway, both of those reviews are up as we speak as well.
Yeah. So just to mention on the clear prop, the plan was why I got it into centre fill was we're thinking of stocking them. We don't stock them at the minute. We wanted to see what the quality was like and how good a kit they are, really. So I think off the back of that, they've got some interesting releases at the minute, but they've also got some very interesting future releases.
Yes.
So I think it's something we will be stocking here.
Yeah, because the other ones they do, because it's on the back of here, as I say, they're quite interesting ones. If I just put my overhead on. See, look, that's it. Look, they do the little Pioneer, Gloucester Pioneer.
Yeah.
And also they've got the Sky Shark.
That's, the Sky Shark. That's 48. That's going to be quite a big kit, I think, for a bizarre looking aeroplane.
As I say, and you don't see Sky Sharks anywhere at all.
It's a Jerry Anderson rocket.
Yes, that's it. Yes, you got a TU-143. And then again, a couple of Japanese ones as well. So
but
we've
I think
got a Claude.
They're going to release a 7-second Mohawk. And there's rumours of a few other things, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely interesting subject. And as I say, I hadn't seen them before till Matt sent it down. It's one of those where you think what you're going to get. And as I say, you shouldn't judge a kit by its box, that's for certain.
No, it's not. Let's be honest, though, it's not as bad as that suffer, is it?
No.
You bought two of them.
Yeah. Like I say, you don't know till you open the box, because like I say, the box art could be terrible. It could have been a great kit, but that worked great full all round. But you don't know, do you, till you see it? So
yes,
you have to take the rough with the smooth.
So yes, good stuff. Right, should we go and have a look at some questions?
Yes. Yep. There's some questions.
Okay, so where are we? Hold on, just need to go back. There we go. Lee Kettle, good name, says, "Hi guys, are the 148 scale Academy Phantoms still available? If so, any idea when they'll be back in the shop?"
No, all the supplies are out of them. It's obviously
problems in the next one here.
Yeah, quite possibly it could be in the next container.
If they're
But I don't know if like the bee that you built has not been dropped from their catalogue. I'm not 100% because I've not got no sort of academy insight at the minute.
Yeah.
But none of them.
It's not been no. There are
The trouble that you've had is obviously first run no problem through academy, and then obviously they went to Edar, wasn't it, for their reboxings.
Yeah.
And then normally they flip back, and then second runs and all the rest of it, and third runs. But yeah, it does seem to have dried up.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't know with academy. Like we've discussed academy loads of times before on other shows, and it's they're a bit hit and miss with us getting in the UK. And I don't know what it's like around the world, but they seem to be doing stuff for other people as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Quite, I don't know what the relationship is with them and stocks at the minute, which is a shame because, like we've said, they do the newer stuff is actually
the newer stuff's really, really good. Yeah.
So we'll have to see. The wait and see, obviously.
Because obviously we're a retailer, not an importer at the moment.
Yeah.
And we rely on the importers to bring them into the country, and if they're not coming into the country, we can't get hold of them.
Exactly. If they can't get them, then we can't get them.
But then neither can anyone else.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
So we do think that the Airfix Pew Forts are probably there. Yeah, probably about right. You put that up. That was Dirk. So yes. Sean's put, hi guys, not a question, just a big thank you to Matt. The hell is that?
What was that?
I don't know. Somebody's broken something, clearly. I'm expecting a skip, but not till tomorrow, so I don't think it was that. But they are doing work in the factory next door. So, yeah. Anyway, just a big thank you to Matt and Andy for getting my 1/35th scale Takom Merkava Mark 1 hybrid. Does it run on electric and diesel? Also adjusting the invoice to include some Flory washes. Great service and a credit to the online shop everywhere. There we go.
Our pleasure.
Well done, guys.
Thanks.
Stuart says, hi guys, been working my way through the build videos on the site, which are great. So I thought I would give a view how to do things and how to get better at modelling. So thank you for the work in making them. However, my question is on the MRAP, Phil. You mentioned about the AK Black Widow glue. This stuff. Is this something that PM models will stock or get in?
Watch this space. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, watch this space.
Just me, I've not got any either. So
he wants some, but he ain't got
any.
To be honest, me and Matt got a few in to test because we like to test the products and see what they're like. So we got them in and we've been playing with it. To be honest, we like them, both of their ones, isn't it? The Mag one and the Black Widow.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
So
yes.
Watch this space. That's all we're going to say. Can't find anywhere. If I find a CA glues is pretty annoying at times. Right, okay, well, look, watch this space. That's all we'll say. Watch this space. Andrew, hi Phil and team. Thought I'd mention that Tamiya are having some issues relocating their manufacturing from Indonesia to Japan. All the guns and Tamiya thinners may be out for some time or some months yet. Have you heard anything on your side? What is your suggestion for thinner alternatives for lacquers paint, in your opinion?
Am I missing something? What's guns got to do with Tamiya?
Nothing.
So if Tamiya are having problems with relocating, why is that affecting guns as supply?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know why it would. I mean, the only thing that we've got is logistical problems of containers, and the thing we keep, the theme of this year is containers and lack of, or people can't get containers, it's too overpriced, whatever. That seems to be the main problem with supplies, I think. I don't think it's actual the products, but we've got no inner knowledge. We just get what we get from the hobby company, and it's all been container related, not actually they can't get the stuff.
Again, I think some of it also is to do with component parts issues, because even I personally have this problem with the wash. Is that if you're running a factory and then for whatever reason one of the components that makes up the stuff that's going into your product, they can't get hold of it or it's delayed, that means you get the knock-on effect to it. But I must say we haven't heard anything direct telling us that there's a problem with manufacturing. So and we do speak to the UK importer a lot.
Yeah.
Knowing Tamiya, they probably even manufacture their own oil to make the plastic. So
Yeah, you never know, do you? You don't know.
do everything there.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? I know, obviously, they're relocating back from back to Japan. And I've known about that for a bit, but I thought, from what the information we got from, obviously, again, from our sources, that it was fine. Everything was obviously the COVID things. There was cut down with staffing, but they double the shifts or something. They split it into two shifts. Could be wrong, but just because of supply and demand, because obviously there was a paint shortage at one point. But that seems to be okay. Like I say, as far as I know, it's logistical, not
manufacturing.
I don't know.
And as we know, there's been an upturn in the hobby over the past year. So, more people are doing it. More people want the supplies, and
well, I just look at it. We got away with it last year through that. I think it's a knock-on effect from last year, because obviously they would have had so much advanced done, wouldn't they? And obviously, like you say, people took up the hobby, supply and demand, and everything. And obviously, then
it's like loo rolls, though, isn't
it?
As soon, let's face it. As soon as you hear there's a rumor that there's going to be a shortage of a particular product, everybody goes out and buys 5.
Yes.
And that doesn't help. It's the loo roll situation all over again, though, isn't it? If people just use it sensibly and buy normally, it's fine. But you get people and they'll buy, 10 bottles of lacquer thinners and just stick it in their cupboard. It doesn't help everybody else who's trying to get one. So, again, if everyone's a bit sensible and doesn't bulk buy, you do it. But again, this is that type of rumour now that starts that, there's going to be a shortage. There will be, because everybody bought bulk buys. So,
well, that's the...
At this... That's right.
No,
at this present moment, we're okay for Tamiya.
Tamiya lacquer thinners. We've got attacker lacquer thinners in.
Yeah, we have.
We have got a shortage of guns.
Yeah.
Which I know a couple of questions are on about the guns primers. But that again, hopefully next month, we're nearly in it, aren't we? We're nearly at the end of March now. So April, our supplier are due in. So hopefully they'll on that. So we'll have thinners back in and everything else. So
if there is ever a problem, you can go on to alternative.
Yeah, I mean, just put finger the AK, but the AK primers are okay straight out the bottle, aren't they, for a lacquer primer?
Because he's just saying here, isn't he, that obviously being out of guns and stuff. So what are we suggesting as a replacement for guns, for instance? So obviously, personally, I would say Tamiya, because obviously you've got the retarded version, which is very similar to the actual levelling thinners. So. That way, and then to be honest, I haven't got a normal thinners, but obviously would be the equivalent to that, isn't it? Tamiya's normal lacquer thinners.
Yeah.
The buff top one, that's for that one. So just do it that way.
Yeah.
So to be honest, from a usage point of view, I can't tell the difference. They both do exactly the same. It's just this one I think is a little bit more better value for money, because you get 400ml. And then this one you only get 250ml, and when we did a price thing, this one works out a little bit better. But that's all. But generally, I think they work very similar. So yes, cool. And then obviously part 2 of this question is from Bruno. Says, do you know if there'll be any more supplies of Mr. Surfacer, all types? Because it might be in the middle of the Suez Canal. Just wondering if we had any information. Guns, obviously, it's that entire thing, isn't it? The thinners, surfacers, and all those are in the same, well, from our point of view, come from our same supplier. So we are waiting on delivery next month.
Yeah, who gets it from Germany, to be honest. That's where they get it from, and they're waiting, when we spoke to them last, of delivery into there so they can get there. So hopefully they'll be on. Until it arrives, we don't know, but fingers crossed, we should be back to normal. They was under the impression that it was coming in, so... I think we'll be fine.
I think they were short last month, weren't they?
Yeah, they was. Yeah. So we'll see. Go on then.
Ben says, good afternoon, gents. Quick question. What is the difference between Guns Metal Colour and the Black Label Super Metallics? 2 paints. Is the latter still a buffable metallizer?
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, the latter isn't. Sorry.
Mr. Metal Colours are buffables, and the Black
Mr. Metal Colours, which have the metallic labels.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can show me overhead. So yes, this one here, which has the metallic-y labels, these are buffable.
Yeah. It says on it.
These ones here, which I really like them, they're very nice.
Yeah.
Are not.
No,
so these are just your standard metallic.
Similar to the Tamiya LPs, aren't
An
they?
AK.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. I think I painted the Jag engine in them, one of them, and it was stainless. I think super stainless, brilliant, rock hard.
Yeah,
because it's proper lacquer based.
And the nice thing about obviously keeping both of these is that obviously you can hand paint these. Where obviously you can't really hand paint these that easily. They will, but because they're buffables, they prefer, I think, to be airbrushed on, gives a nice even finish and you buff the hell out of it. But as I say, these for doing touch-up little jobs are absolutely fantastic.
Do you know what? Do you know the buffables though? They're really good for dry brushing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do my scrub, isn't it, on all my work. Anything that's black, this will have it. That's why I have my brush, which is this one, which is always never cleaned.
Yeah.
I always just leave it, because if you just want to do a little bit of a rub somewhere for some weathering or anything, that's the one.
Yeah, they're really good for it. I mean, if you do not a full dry brush, but like I say, leave it in your brush, you can actually paint with it. It'll buff itself. You put it on and it'll just even itself, and it's really good. It's really good stuff.
He says, also, are you planning on stocking styrene sheet rod strips in the near future?
Yes, we have discussed it. I know we keep saying it. We've just spent a lot of money, shall we say, at the minute on something. So it's something we'll look at probably back end of the year, because we've got a few.
No, it's not my company car.
No, it's not his company car. Definitely
not. Like Granville.
No repairs for shelves.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's something we've discussed, definitely, isn't it? 100%. So yeah.
Yeah, no, we are planning on getting in not maybe the everything range, but pretty much a solid range of the most popular ones.
Yeah.
We do have some of a different type in stock, and if I ever get round to
getting it on site, good luck with that. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
fitting Bobby into it.
Yeah.
That's more of a shop thing.
This stuff. That's what we got lots of up the unit.
Plastistruct, yeah.
Yeah, it's just crikey,
Yeah, it's just lots of little bags and numbers and Tony says, good afternoon guys. Is PM/Flory Models intending to roll out the coach and horses to any of the model shows this year?
Does he know something we don't?
I was going to say, yes.
Do you know something we don't?
Funny enough, they've just cancelled the Royal Cornwall Showdown here and everything. And they're outdoor events in September.
September?
Mm.
All right.
There's only one that we've got planned to go to at the moment, isn't there?
Telford.
If Telford goes ahead, then we're there.
Yeah.
But that's it this year.
Yeah, that will be it this year. Next year, then obviously we'll look to get back to our usual, if they're running, that is, obviously, to our usual format of sort of Bolton, Milton Keynes,
Telford,
Cosford,
then Mossen,
Eindhoven,
Mossen,
Suzuka.
Where else are we going on the tour?
Yeah, the world tour.
Where else are there model shows where it's warm?
Yes.
That's what we need.
Yeah, the one in Vegas. Robin says, afternoon gents, was wondering if you're going to stock the AK real colours as singles.
Who knows? We're rubbish at this.
We're crap at this, really.
We
Watch this space. I don't know why we bother.
Are they made by the same people that make that?
I don't know, could be.
It could be. You might want to keep an eye out for that.
Put it this way, we have discussed it, haven't we?
Yes.
So, wait and see.
Yeah. Frederick says, hi PM team, the name Hasegawa holds a mystique for us, few modelers who have never built one. I remember the manufacturer being praised as the holy grail of modelling back in the 90s. Were they? I don't know. I was a teen modeller who couldn't afford their kits, and even today hold a great reputation, even though when checking particular kits I can see that most of these kits are very old tooling. Hey look, it's not that bad. Which Hasegawa kits would you recommend? I've heard repeatedly about the F-35. Okay, that's one of their brand new ones. Yeah. So Frederick, I still maintain their Century series of jets. So F-86, the F-104, their Phantoms, even though they've completely outdated now by everybody else, but also their F-18, their F-14s, things like that. Those kits in the 90s, they were, as you said, cutting edge. They're all recess details, because that was around about the time where everyone flipped from raised to recess in the late 80s. So when those come through, and to be honest, I've built all of them. Literally, I don't think there's a Hasegawa kit I haven't built like that.
Harriers.
All the Harrier fleet, absolutely, yeah.
You know,
Drakens.
What you need to do is look at the ones that Eddard's Reeboks.
Yes.
Yeah. And really, actually, these as well, because
absolutely those.
Second, and now obviously they're moving up to 48 with Reeboks in, and pick them.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like I said, if you're thinking Hobby 2000, now I've got a few Reeboks of Hasegawa kits at good prices. You're not paying sort of a Hasegawa price for it. So look, you know, it's a really good kit.
I think the problem that, you know, myself as a modeler have, and I know a lot of other people say it as well, is that Hasegawa seemed to stop being a manufacturer and just did reboxing with new decals and charging a lot more money. And that's where I think my love affair with Hasegawa went out the window, when I remember the kits being 30 quid, 35 quid, and now they're 75, 80. It's the same kit, it's just got different decals in it. And in some cases, they're back to the original decals that they did. But their pricing has still gone up, but the kits haven't, and they've done very, very little over the last few years. You know, yes, they've done the 72nd, F-35, there's the Typhoon as well, it's supposed to be very nice.
Typhoon's good, yeah.
Yeah, and things like that, but they seem to not be as prolific as they used to be back in the day. Back in the day, they were kicking them out left, right and centre. They were the biggest competition to Tamiya. And there is a family thing between them as well, so there's a little bit of which works well, because we're obviously trying to outdo each other. I think that's all been sorted now, so consequently they don't see the sort of need to do it.
I think we've seen, you know, with like Hasegawa's new releases, it's more for home market, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a bit more Japanese led, shall we say, rather than aircraft. I mean, they do the excavators and all the sort of that sort of genre. They do the Mac stuff, don't they? Machine Krieger and that. So it's probably stuff that they don't think will obviously sell abroad as well. That Macross, is it? The funny jet robot-y things, because that's massive in Japan, isn't it? Like the Transformer type genre is massive. So they do a lot of that as well, and I think that's where they've sort of gone off to with new releases. There is the odd aircraft out, but nothing prolific like they used to. So I don't know.
But honestly, I think your best bet, like Matt was saying, if you are thinking and you'd like to have a go at one, have a look at some of Eddard's reboxings, because any shortcomings in those kits from today's point of view, they fix. So they might do like an ejector seat for it if it's an aircraft. Obviously, colour photo etch for the cockpits is always welcome. Weighted wheels, things like that, which really just make them what you want them to be. But they're all really, really nice. Don't forget though, don't go too far back, because then you slip back into the old stuff. Talking about it, they do an F4B, it's raised panel lines. And a lot of people get stung with that one, because they think, an F4B and it's great, and it's in Sundowners markings on the box and it looks beautiful, till you find out it's raised panel lines, because it's the last of their raised series before they switched. So again,
stay away from the cheaper, shall we say, for them 72nd kits as well, because they are old kits with raised. Some of them I think are old Frog kits from back when they were taking them on. So you've got to do your research, scale mates.
Yeah, do your research on it.
Do your research, and then you...
Because there is a cliff back on it. They do, like, their 32nd stuff tends to be raised panel lines, and their older ones, like their F5 and things like that as well. So, they're not nice.
But as Phil said, the F104, that's a gorgeous kit from them. Yeah. And it's been reboxed by Italeri as well, so you can probably pick it up cheaper as a Italeri reboxing rather than being Hasegawa Eddard. So
but their little 4 scooter is a beautiful kit, still the best one that's out there, even though those kits come along 10 years after it. It's still the best one.
Another one reboxed by Eddard, isn't it?
Trouble is with the Eddard boxing, they're fetching more money than the original Hasegawa, because in our collectibles, that's the problem, isn't it? They've gone to that. You know, people want them because of the Eddard limited editions, but
they did like a really nice core thing if you're into like US Navy stuff, because obviously they did the A7 you know, which is a great kit as well. It's still I think the best one out there. You know, and obviously with their F14s, F4s, and you know that type of ilk from it, they do the Sea King in 48 and all things like that. Yeah, they are great legendary type kits. Which again, as I say, finding them can be the thing, because obviously if they get a bit rare, they go up in value again. So it's finding them at the right place. Like for instance, we get occasionally through one of our suppliers, isn't it, some quite good deals. We had all of their Super Hornets last year, wasn't it? And we got a little bit of a bulk on them, and then they just flew out instantly because they were at a good price. But again, you know, their Super Hornets, the E and the F, really, really nice.
Made all the Sea Kings as well, don't we? And
but Sea Kings, when we do get Hasegawa in, it does tend to just come in and fly out again. So
Okay, Graham says, hi guys, thanks Matt. Thank Matt. Your building the Jag was great, and learning how to achieve a beautiful gloss coat. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Sat there behind. Sat there behind him in the cabinet.
Question for you guys: which SU-33 would you build? Kinetic or mini base? Oh, watch my review. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not.
No, he is.
Gosh, right, explode.
I do wish that you got the Kinetic one at the side of it, so you could judge them both together, see what the differences were. But it's moot point anyway, because the Kinetic one's not available anymore.
As far as we know, the Kinetic one's gone. It's been discontinued. Yes. It's not on any of our suppliers' lists now, so yeah, I think it might have been dropped. I don't know. Also,
the thing is, if you see the review and have a look at my Kinetic review, you can do it that way, and that is a totally different beast to the Kinetic one. If you wanted to do it another way, this is the full fidelity version. That's the cut down sim version, you know, because that's got tons of detail, you know, and tiniest little parts like we just showed earlier. The Kinetic one doesn't. So, you know, and I know there's still this thing, because I've had people message me about it since I put the review up yesterday, saying about, I think you'll find it is the same people who did the Kinetic one, that's them, and they've added to it. But again, I haven't had anything official, but like the guys have said, it's irrelevant because you can't get the other one anyway. Yeah. So, yeah. Unless you want to buy one, because I've got one here. Start the bidding.
Auction on Saturday.
I've got one as well.
Two for sale on Saturday.
There you go.
Good, isn't it? So,
but don't get me wrong. This is I would say, because obviously it is all you can do now. You will have a massive amount of fun with this particular kit. You can do literally so much with it. You know, so it said you could just literally go with it in the configurations you see here, all ready to fly, or technically you could go with it all folded up and stowed away and everything. Like we're just showing you can get the pitot tube, which is in and out. The way the gear goes in, theoretically, you can unplug it as well, because it's on a socket system that these go up into, and it's a clever little way how they've done it, all the bits. But some of it, like it's got a little FOD guard behind here, and it's blades. Instead of it just being that's it's made up of all different parts, and it's like a tiny, tiny little thing at the best of times. You're gonna have your magnifiers on, and good luck. So, but yes, but another nice touch is it's got one piece molded, which is weird. It's got so many parts apart from the weapons because they're one piece slip molded. Brilliant. So, but yes, you'll be going for that one then. Aid says, hi Phil, Matt and Andy. Academy is releasing a 144 B52H. My God, they're like buses then, because Great Wall Hobbies are releasing one as well. About June time. What are we saying, Christmas then?
Well,
it's Academy.
When it gets to us,
Yeah. Our PM planning on stocking and we're doing a pre-order. Living 2 miles away from the end of Fairford runway, I prefer to have one of these in the size of the house than the ones that strain to get over my roof in the early mornings every couple of months. Absolutely. Oh, it's fun. Get smoked out.
I can say that's lovely.
Yeah. It'll be right when they get their new engines. They won't be as smoky.
Yeah. We won't be doing a pre-order for the simple fact is we've never got a solid source of Academy to say if we get a lot on the pre-order is actually getting them for people, because we don't never know. But as soon as we can get them, we will get them in stock.
Yes.
I just don't know how many we'll be able to get hold of. So,
fair enough. And then Jerry says we've answered it already. When do we think we'll be getting Mr. Surfacer in? Hopefully next month. It's due in next month, so containers are on the way. Andrew says, I'll just say, hi guys, I've been looking online for a release date for the B-Max Audi A4 BTCC kit. I know with the pandemic this has probably been delayed. Have you guys heard anything about a possible release date for this kit?
Having a quick look round, it's still, I believe it's still sort of like to be released. But it's definitely not in the country yet.
No.
None of the other stockists have got them in yet. So, again, once our supplier gets them in, we'll get them in.
Yeah, if we know anything, I don't know any dates or anything, I'm afraid.
It's not on our regular emails that we get from him. So
yeah.
Okay, and then similar one from Simon. When will we be getting any Ebro or Nunu kits in available soon? He's after the BMW M6 and a Lotus 49 green version.
Right, we've had a look at this. The Lotus 49 I've been asked loads about, and it's basically on a back order for us. I don't know when that's going to be seen, if it is again, but we've got it on back order. The M6, we've got one version in. If you can flick over to the Nunu B-Max, but the others, as far as I know, they're out of stock everywhere as well. If you go up,
the green one on
the green one.
Oh, right. The GT3.
Yeah.
That's the
only one we've got in stock. And the others, and like I say, nobody's actually got any that we can see that's got them in. So.
And we've had a look at suppliers, and none of them have got any more in stock. So that possibly is the last one.
Again, that could have come and gone as a run.
Yeah.
Might see it rehashed again in a different livery. I don't know, but yeah.
So if you want it, buy it.
Basically,
cool.
Yeah.
Grab it whilst it's there. Okay, last up for today. Adrian says, question 1, can you tell me what thinner do I use to spray Vallejo primer?
Vallejo acrylic for God's sake, thinner.
Yes, so their surface primer, which is like one of these in the little bottles of. The other thing you can thin it with is obviously the airbrush cleaner.
Yeah.
But be careful. Be careful with that because it takes a long time to dry. And I think, to be honest, he's on about Vallejo primer. It takes long enough as is. I don't think it needs any help taking any.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'd say definitely use the Model A.
So it's one of those ones I've never really found I needed to thin.
I actually thinned it, and it seemed to speed it up a little bit drying time.
I must admit, when I haven't used this for years now. I've switched over to other things, but I always used to mix it with this because I found it give a nice smooth finish, and as I said, it sped things up. You can spray it neat, but yeah, it is. But yeah, I'd probably just say their own thinners really. The airbrush thinners is good. Yes. Question 2: can Matt do a tutorial on old harnesses so I can do my 1/6 figure? Thank you for the delivery of my paints. Looking forward to the quiz.
Right. Just hang fire with your figure because you're the one who let me have the one from the auction, I remember. And I do plan on doing a video build of it in the near future. I've got a couple of things to get out of the way, but yeah, I'm planning on doing a full how I would paint it tutorial.
Yes.
So if you can hang on, you'll probably see it in there.
You're going to do a Skeletize version of it?
A what, sorry?
That one I posted on our chat?
No. Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. Cool, but yeah, no, it would just be straight as he is out the box, I think, just to see what happens. So yeah, so just hang fire with that if you're in no rush, and it'll probably be a couple of months I think before I can get around to doing it. But yeah, hopefully sometime over summer I'll get it done.
Very nice.
Be fun.
Excellent. Will be. And what will be fun is obviously if you're going to join us at the weekend. So don't forget, we'll be on at 2 o'clock live. So we'll be over all the social media and YouTube chats and everything else like that. So if you've got any questions, anything else you need any details on, feel free to post up and ask us live and we can answer your questions. We say we're doing demos, chatting, prattling, whatever we do. You know us for doing live shows and stuff like that. And then again, if you want to join us in the evening, we'll be back with you obviously to have a little bit of fun and a giggle as well with the quiz. And then you say you've got any questions and stuff like that, you can feel free to ask in there as well.
Yeah.
Indeed. Very good. Are you doing a show next week without me?
No.
Okay, so there won't be a PM show next week because I'm on hollybobs.
No, and we've got stuff to do, so we're just to have a catch up actually next week because obviously we're off Friday, Monday anyway.
Yeah.
So coming back on Tuesday, we'll be catching up from the weekend, and
It'll
then
take us Tuesday, Wednesday to get everything out anyway, won't it?
Yeah, we've got some other stuff to do, so
yes,
there'll be a week off next week from
so
any.
we won't be on then, obviously, then next Wednesday, but we will be with you the following Wednesday after that, back to normal to make our way through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Okay then, guys. We'll call it right there. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you, obviously, over the weekend. Hopefully, if we don't, happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you again very soon. Bye.
Bye.